Okay, I have a story for you today, and I really need you to tell me who you think is in the wrong here. I'm a 51-year-old single mother, and my 12-year-old daughter, Lila, has a best friend named Aria. They live just a few blocks away, and the girls are absolutely inseparable. Seriously, Aria is at our house so often, she probably knows our pantry better than I do. I'm friendly with her parents, but we're not close friends. We just communicate when we need to, and that's pretty much it. Because Aria lives so close, she usually just walks home. Sometimes her mom or dad will pick her up, especially if the weather is bad or they have to get to cheer practice right after. Now, when her mother comes to get her, she does what every other parent in our neighborhood does. She pulls up to the curb, sends a quick here text, and waits outside. It's simple, it's respectful, and it's what you'd expect. Her father, on the other hand, is different. First of all, he and I barely talk. The little bit of texting we did used to do completely stopped after his wife insisted that all communication had to go through a group chat. He even apologized to me in person once, saying my wife doesn't want me texting other women alone. A little strange, I thought, but fine, whatever works for them. What wasn't fine was something that happened at a school event. We were chatting about taking the girls to play tennis, and I just casually said, we should take them sometime. It was a completely innocent comment. But he looked right at me and said, "Yeah, I bet you're great with balls." I just froze. It was so inappropriate and just gross. I brushed it off because I honestly didn't know what else to do in that moment. But the real ongoing issue is what he does every time he comes to pick up Aria. He never waits outside. He never knocks on the door. He never even sends a text. He just walks straight into my house, silently, without any warning at all. He'll just be standing there in my living room, which is right next to the entrance to my bedroom. It has happened more than once where I've walked out of my room, half asleep or just in my pajamas, only to find a grown man standing silently inside my home. It scares me every single time. It feels so invasive and unsafe, and I absolutely hate it. The last time it happened, things went way too far. I was in my bedroom, in my pajamas, just watching TV, and I heard the front door open. I figured it was just the girls coming in. Then, I heard him ask, "Is your mom home?" Leela said yes. And then he said he didn't believe her. The next thing I heard were his footsteps walking toward my bedroom. He was saying, "I'll just check." Before he could even get to my door, Lila ran into my room whispering, "Mom, give me your phone." She grabbed it from me, ran back out, and said, "See? Her phone's here." She didn't go anywhere. Only then did he finally stop and leave with Aria. I was completely shaken. The idea that this man, who I barely know, felt comfortable enough to walk into my home and then approach my bedroom just to check on me was terrifying. Later that night, I was venting about it to my older daughter, Maya. In a moment of pure frustration, I made a half-joking comment. I said, "I guess he must like me or something." I didn't mean it seriously at all. I was just trying to make sense of this behavior that felt like such a massive violation of my boundaries and my privacy. But Lila overheard me. And then today, completely out of the blue, she said to me, "By the way, Aria's dad doesn't like you." I froze. She then added, "I told Aria what you said, and she said her dad definitely does not like you." My stomach just dropped into my feet. Now I'm terrified that I've created some kind of awkward tension between the girls, or maybe even stirred something up between her parents. The absolute last thing I want is drama. And I definitely don't want Leela to lose her best friend over something I said out of annoyance. So now I'm just spiraling. Did I cross a line by making that comment? Or was I just expressing my very valid frustration about a man who repeatedly disrespects my boundaries and my home? I mean, between the inappropriate tennis comment, him constantly walking into my house unannounced, and then almost entering my bedroom, it doesn't feel like my comment came out of nowhere. But kids repeat everything. And now, I'm so afraid this is going to blow up into something much bigger. So I have to ask, was I wrong for saying it? Or am I just letting my anxiety convince me that I caused more trouble than I actually did? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for listening.